backseat looked a whole lot smaller now. 7 hours down to Missouri, talking deer and talking loud. He pointed at a scrape from the road, said, "Buck crossed there last night." I just laughed and shook my head, 'cause he was probably right. First evening at November Oaks, bean-field glowing in the sun. A young 8-step from the ditch line, the kind that gets a young hunter spun. I looked over at my boy before I ever said a word. He grinned and said, "Give him one more year." Man, that's all I heard, 'cause all at once I was 10 years old, riding in my old man's truck, listening to him talk about deer and what makes one worth passing up. Now here I am on the other side, watching it all come around. That buck wasn't the biggest thing standing there that evening, his turn now. Next night a giant hit the field, one of those deer you dream about. He never rushed, never forced a thing, just let that moment play itself out. When that arrow disappeared, he turned and looked at me, same smile I used to wear back when Dad was watching me. First thing you did was call his G-Pop, could barely get the story straight. Heart beating out of his chest, words coming out too fast. I wasn't looking at the buck laying there in the beans, I was looking at my little buddy, becoming the man I'd hoped he'd be. Funny how a hunt can take you back to places time can't touch. One minute you're somebody's kid, the next you're watching one grow up. 'Cause all at once I was 10 years old, riding in my old man's truck, listening to him talk about deer and what makes one worth passing up. Now here I am on the other side, watching it all come around. The deer will live in pictures, but that's not what I found. What I'll remember years from now ain't the score or the rack somehow. It's looking over and realizing it's his turn now. My dad took me, I took my son, and someday he'll do the same. That's how a family legacy lives on.